picked Paul's name early in the race and started working for him in about March by making house calls and passing on literature, and nobody was interested in talking politics at that time, and nobody knew Paul at all. And just recently I met with your office manager here and picked up a phone list and started making calls, and that was interesting because of the number of people that I've talked to so far. Either I get no response, I don't want to talk about politics and thanks for your call, or I know Paul and that's who I'm voting for. There's never been another name mentioned in our conversations with those people that want to discuss issues and my having made that comment. First of all, thanks for Hewitt for coming out. You've been a favorite of mine for years. And I guess I want to get an idea, how do you feel you stand in the primary race in terms of polls, or are you last or first, or how do you feel your strength is right now?
Well, a poll came out here about 2 weeks ago, and it showed us with a 20-point lead over the next closest person, and that person was Sidney Hay. And in our subsequent internal polling, we've kept that margin and actually grown. So the message has been positive, and the team that I've surrounded with me are just unbelievable people. They understood about how to get the message out. I mean, I do have a homely face, so I kind of warm up on people. So my mom says, but and I've always been told, say, if you build it, they will come. Okay, so, but no, those are things that when you get my message and when you understand common sense, no nonsense, personal responsibility and personal accountability, and that I have actually lived it, I think we've got a nice conversion clip. So the numbers look really, really good for us. I can't tell you how many phone calls we've been getting all over. And so you really do believe that this doctor will make house calls. And it's true, I will. Just remember, relationships are 50-50. And I warned you. Go talk to the dentists in this state, in this country. And when I'm involved, I come knocking because I get you involved. That's how you get it done.
Hi, my name is Paul, and I'm a veteran, and I'm here. Had you spoken anything about veterans?
Have I?
Today.
I haven't spoken anything about veterans yet.
What the government is doing now with this medical business is affecting the VA. All I used to have to pay is for my co-pay pharmacy. Now they're charging me for visits, for this, for that, for everything else, because they think I'm too rich. Too rich is $2,500 between me and my wife. That's a bunch of crap. And if you're going to get in there, I'd like you to worry about the veterans. Thank you.
Well, I agree with you, and if you've heard me speak, if I was put on a committee, one of the committees I'd like to be on is the Veterans Committee. I will share you a couple stories about actually how I believe about my veterans. I just came off the Council on Government Affairs for the American Dental Association, and I was not their favorite son. But every job has a blessing, and that is you get to see the chief of staffs for the military every January. And if you'll remember back here about 3 or 4 years ago, we could not get doctors on the rolls. So anyway, they came and they asked us the question. And I sat there and no one raised their hand, and they said, "You got any ideas?" And I said, "Okay, you, what's your idea?" And I said, "Well, you got a problem is that if you sign up for that insurance plan, they put you on all their low reimbursement plans. If you'll make it so it's not an exclusive plan, that if I sign up for my veterans and they can't make me go on the rest of the plans, you're going to get a whole bunch more people involved." They said. Following year, we had almost a 500% increase in the number of providers across the country. So the next January, they show up again and they said, "Where's that Dr. Gosar? You got any more ideas?" I said, "Well, I got another good idea." I said, when you talk about your usual and customary reimbursement rates, they mix those in with the general population. And what I do for my veterans should be a special treat for my veterans because they gave a lot more than the average person. You, as the military, can offset that and say you cannot mix this UCR reimbursement rate with the general public. Therefore, your dollars are going to go further because I will only charge you, like, say, for a lab bill or whatever, very minimal costs. Wow, that took off again.